Okay, this is live streamer Johnny Somali, who apparently is facing up to 10 years in prison in South Korea. Now, normally, I would probably just say, hey, give the guy a slap on the wrist. Maybe he made a mistake and just like deport him from your country. Maybe you don't let him in for 5 or 10 years or whatever. But as I'll show in this video, I actually think now that probably the best thing for Johnny Somali legitimately is just to spend like a significant amount of time in a South Korean prison. I'll show he has just this ridiculous pattern of basically being, they call it a nuisance, but a lot of the things that he does, I think, cross over into just being, well, some people for sure agree, legitimately illegal, but he's just like a scumbag basically, and maybe he can be rehabilitated with like a significant amount of time in prison. So here he is. This is the recent thing in South Korea. I'll just play it and kind of talk over, but he's in South Korea, but I don't even know what he's doing. Like he's like throwing ramen noodles and just making a mess of the store like a child would do. This makes no sense what he's doing. And this is like a pattern of behavior for this guy. He just goes into, as I'll show, essentially his content, quote unquote content, is live streaming. So you're live at the time and you're getting chatters, getting donations, and he just does wild, irresponsible, reckless things to try to entertain his audience. And this is, so now I'll play. The first time he kind of became like somewhat famous was in Japan when he did this.
He got his first big viral moment while living in Japan. He live streamed himself harassing Japanese locals on the subway. You know Hiroshima, Nagasaki? We're gonna do it again. So that video.
So in Japan, they're bringing up Hiroshima, Nagasaki, incredibly disrespectful. Like the Japanese locals didn't even really know what to do about this. But eventually, by the way, he ended up getting jumped a lot. Like people would find him basically because you're live streaming. You're constantly essentially telling potential people where you are. People would come and find him and jump them, try to get in fights with him. And it didn't really deter Johnny Somali because he kept doing stuff like this over and over. Now, after Japan, I'll do a quick rundown of kind of his exploits around the world being a nuisance. And I'm going to probably miss some of the stuff, but these are at least a few major highlights, which these are all incredibly interesting, incredibly like sad that somebody would basically do this, for lack of a better word. But here he is in Thailand. Now, this was famous streamer Ice Poseidon being arrested, and Johnny Somali, for the quote-unquote content, tried to insert himself into the position. But you could see basically sneaks into this hotel and tries to make this whole situation about him.
I'm lawyer. The lawyer.
The lawyer, right?
The lawyer. Listen, I'm here as the lawyer. Listen, I have to save Chris.
Hey, please, hey, stop.
I came here as a lawyer.
Hey, I don't know this. We don't know this.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you please turn off your live stream?
Oh no, it's not on. It's on.
It's not
It's
off.
live.
Please get out.
We have to save Chris.
So basically, this is like a 5-star hotel, a very nice hotel in Thailand. And another streamer was being arrested. Johnny Somali tried to basically, he did like sneak into this restaurant, go up to the top floor, whatever it was, and basically insert himself into the situation. Now, after eventually he left Thailand, he went back to Japan and he was arrested for allegedly like trespassing, but he does a whole bunch of basically reprehensible things that you could see just from watching him why he would get arrested. Like here's an example of a common thing that he would do. I think this is back in South Korea, but this is very common for his content. It's basically you have a speaker attached to your backpack or whatever, like right here or something. People will play songs and send you audio, and then you play them loudly, but you're just like disrupting the public. So watch this here.
아이들과 섹스하고 싶다.
What? Tone. Ringtone.
French, no English.
Sorry, no English, French.
See, it's just like a very annoying sound, but it's not a ringtone. He's lying. It's playing through a speaker, which is way louder than a ringtone. And yeah, like that is very common for his content. Now, eventually he was, I don't exactly know the full reason. Like I said, I think it was trespassing, but he was eventually kicked out of Japan for that. And then I don't know exactly where he went next, but I know I did see him pop up again in Israel. Just one more example of the type of streamer this guy is. Watch him in Israel being completely disrespectful to female police women in Israel.
This is... I'm America. Don't touch America, bitch. Don't touch me.
So someone trying to do their job, calling her the B word, very scumbag type behavior from literally a scumbag type. Like, there's no defending him. Like, even if you're someone that likes edgy content, he's just completely out of his mind. Here he is later that night getting dragged away by the policeman. It's kind of satisfying in a way. So again, the point is that this guy is just like, it's not, I don't think, good for just like the world or whatever. You got a guy just so obsessed with trying to get into trouble, going to different countries, basically making the police waste resources, constantly trying to track this guy down. So, and again, the South Korea thing, like, I don't even know the exact reason why he's facing 10 years in prison in South Korea. Like, I've seen multiple things of him doing, but he, as I said, he gets jumped all the time. I mean, I maybe like the South Korea, like the clip I showed at the beginning was just him making a mess of that restaurant, but I don't know the exact thing they're getting him on, because there was another like reports that he was basically disrespecting South Korean statues, stuff like that. But again, it's like, it's almost impossible to follow. Like, I don't want to follow it. I don't want to watch, obviously, this guy's stream, but like to my point, just kind of going over some of the things that he does and some of showcasing kind of the way he makes content. I honestly think maybe the best thing for this guy to have any chance at all in life is to just like spend 10 years in a prison somewhere. And maybe he can come out and be like, dude, maybe I should just get a job as like I don't know, some job that you can do, like a accountant. I don't know if he could do that, but whatever, some sort of regular job, and just give up this content dream, because he obviously does not have the talent to just make content that people like based on his own ability to entertain or his own like wit or humor. He's just constantly basically going and making other people's lives that he encounters in public worse. And I think that's obviously not great. So anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video here, but let me know your thoughts, please, in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.